Santa here. You know, the true spirit of Christmas is giving, and my friend Danny McGee knows that very well. His annual toy run with the Agape Projects helps bring joy to children who need it most. But to reach this year's $80,000 goal, we need everyone's help. So grab your cocoa, hop online, and make your donation at theagapeprojects.org. Together, let's fill hearts and stockings with love. Hey everyone, it's Rich Bennett. Can you believe it? The show is turning 10 this year. I am so grateful for each and every one of you who've tuned in, shared an episode, or even joined the conversation over the years. You're the reason that this podcast has grown into what it is today. Together, we've shared laughs, tears, and moments that truly matter. So I want to thank you for being part of this journey. Let's make the next 10 years even better.
Coming to you from the Freedom Federal Credit Union Studios, Harford County Living presents Conversations with Rich Bennett.
Slow pitch
It's probably the least sexy part of the work, and I don't know. It's okay. No. The truth is...
All right, so this young gentleman, I had him and his wife on. I think it was Wendy and I spoke with you a while ago. He wrote a book. This time I have just him on because I didn't want to talk to his wife. No, I'm joking. God, if Alicia hears this, she's going to strangle me.
You got it coming, man.
But when I first met him and he came on and talked about his book and everything he's been through, and I have to admit, I am so proud of this man, everything that he's been doing. I want to say you probably stepped out of your comfort zone to do a lot of things.
Big
if I'm not
time.
mistaken.
Big
so
time.
I have Damian Bloss on again. He wrote the book Breaking the Silence, and he's got a second book coming out, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So I'm just amazed because we're recording this virtually. I wanted to do it virtual instead of in person because I wanted it for some shorts and everything. And now I'm jealous because behind him, he's got all of these comic books. And I forget the name of the little, they're not bobbleheads.
The
What are
Funko
they?
Pops. Funko Pops.
Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Man, first time I found out about them, I think it was from my son. Those things are huge.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Can't you get them made of yourself as well?
You can, yeah. If you go right to the Funko website, you can get a pop yourself is what it's called.
Yeah, if I do that for me, I'll probably put the company out of business. It'd probably break all the machines. All right. So first of all, Damian, welcome. And I want you to just introduce yourself I hate saying that. I don't even know if I've ever said that before. Usually I'll do like a long intro, but tell everybody about yourself. And why not go back and tell them how we met and everything? If you remember that.
Oh,
you're the
absolutely.
young one. I'm the old one. I forget these things, but I remember that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, when we first met, I remember Alicia had posted something on one of the Facebook pages. I think it was Harford Happenings or something. And you had reached out to her and was like, "Hey, I'd love to have you guys on my podcast." And you know, it was so crazy because I had not done anything with a podcast. I was very novice in that department, and I'm like, well, let's try it. I've never done anything like this. And at that point, I had just started going out and speaking in rehabs and stuff. And I had just gotten the partnership with the Harford County Sheriff's Department. And I'm like, I'm doing these things little by little. I'm talking about it, bringing awareness. And I'm like, but now I'm going to go on this podcast and talk to a whole bunch of people that I have never spoken to and who I'm, you know, in my personal thing, it was that I'm going to be judged and all this stuff. That's why I used to keep it to only people who who were in that space,
Right.
that recovery space. And I'm like, now I'm going to tell all these people and what's going to happen. And that got the ball rolling. So I'm incredibly grateful for you, for meeting you, for your friendship. You helped me break out of that comfort zone, so to speak. And it was so amazing. And I love the way that our camaraderie is. Anytime we see each other and at the expo over the summer and the walk and with Rage Against Addiction, and dude, you've just helped me out so much. You truly do not understand how much you helped me get out of that and be able to speak on my own.
All right, damn, dude, you're gonna make me start tearing up. I mean, what the hell? The thing is, especially in the recovery world, I think it's very important for people to get the word out, to tell their stories. And people are still listening to that first episode with you.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how many people that you and others that are in recovery are helping, because you're telling your story and you're not just keeping it local anymore. Because since you came on my podcast, you've been on other podcasts, and oh my God, I can't remember the guy's name with the cowboy hat.
Couple of nukes. His name was Mr. Whiskey. Yep.
Yes, Mr. Whiskey. So, I mean, and I think you've been on his once or twice, and Alicia's been on once, right?
I was on once, and then he had Alicia on a couple weeks later. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I got to get him on here. But when I saw that, it's like, okay, he is getting on all these different podcasts, and it makes a difference because you're just spreading the word throughout the world.
Yeah, basically, yeah,
which is important.
Yeah, it really is. And, and I never thought, I always wanted to be able to do that, to reach outside of our community. And, what better way than across the airwaves where anybody can listen to it if they have an internet connection,
Yeah.
Or if they have Apple Podcasts or anything like that. I'm like,
yeah, they can listen to it on their phone anytime.
Yeah. So it's incredible. The way, sometimes technology it doesn't go our way all the time, but for stuff like this, it's just amazing, man.
That's one of the reasons I don't live stream, because the last thing you want to be doing is halfway through and you're about to talk about something very important, and all of a sudden you just lose internet.
Right.
Or the camera goes out. Or, it's people have been asking me to do it. It's like, I don't know. I don't know about that. All right. So with you going on all these other different podcasts, did that help with the sale of your first book, Breaking the Silence, you think?
I do believe so. I did see an uptick in sales and things, not enough and I am going into this. It was never about I'm going to be able to quit my 9-to-5 or, anything like that. But I have seen an uptick in the sales because of the podcast. And, that it's not about the couple bucks that I might make, because all the money that I really do bring in, it just goes back to the printer to print more books so I can get them out to jails and things like that and rehabs. But, it has helped a lot. And, it's just so awesome that people are supporting this and actually listening and sharing in this awareness. It's so awesome. It's so awesome for everyone.
You didn't think it was going to take off the way that it has, did you?
No, not at all. Not one bit. And it's so awesome to be able to look at that and be like, wow, little old me can actually make a difference. And even if it's only one person, that's all we need. That's all I strive for is one person that hears it at that exact moment. And that's all we need. And because, in reality, we're not going to be able to, unfortunately, save everyone. But just that one person is all we need.
Now, here's a tricky question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know how many podcasts you have been on so far?
I know that there are at least 15. But I know there was a couple more than that because they were like either doubled up or, we matched on Podmatch, but we didn't, do certain things. But so I would say probably around 20.
So far.
So far, yeah.
and do you still have other like podcast hosts reaching out to you and you reaching out to other podcast hosts as well?
Yeah, what's crazy about that is that a majority of these podcasts are those reaching out to me and not vice versa. Which is also crazy to me because they're reaching out to me instead of me saying, "Hey, I want to be on your show," and they're saying, "Hey, I want you to be on my show," and it's like, wow.
Didn't I tell you that was going to happen?
You did, and then and I was like, I was optimistic, and I was like, yeah, it'll probably happen, but probably not. But it is, and I'm like, holy crap!
Well, and the other thing with that too, and I've said this before, you make friendships, by doing that, and you're building your network even more. And it's a big difference. All right, so tell everybody about the first book, Breaking the Silence. Just a recap of it.
Yes, yeah, sure. So, Breaking the Silence, my journey from addiction to healing, was my story in a nutshell. It was, from the bottom to where I'm at now. And, it was hell. I went through hell by my own hands. And, to break free and break out of that, the countless times that I tried to, and then I finally was able to, and then continue on this journey of recovery, has just been, amazing. And the book was just that. It was just my story and like anyone else's story. But, I used it and it was very therapeutic for me to be able to write, and I'll still reflect back on my early writings, just for a reminder, because I never want to forget where I came from, because if I do, it could be detrimental. And, so I reflect on that a lot. And it definitely, if you're in recovery or you're thinking about taking that step, you want something to read, for hope and faith and things like that. Definitely pick it up. It's online.
Well, the other thing is, Damian, it's not, I believe it's not just for people in recovery. It's for anybody, because even those that, and let's face it, everybody knows somebody that's either in recovery or should be in recovery. And I'm telling you, everybody listening, you read the book, it's going to open your eyes, first of all. And why not give it to somebody else that's in recovery? Absolutely. Let me rephrase that. After you read it, buy a copy for somebody else that's in recovery. All right. So, and actually, Alicia hasn't written a book yet, has she?
She has not. The thought is there. She wants to. But I think she's enjoying going on these podcasts, being able to tell her story that way.
She hasn't come on by herself yet on mine. I'm just saying.
Oh, trust me, you got this.
She was supposed to schedule it. She has it. So yeah, Alicia, I'm calling your ass out. I mean, because I understand you don't love me anymore. You're waiting for Wendy to get her own show because you'd rather talk to her, but that's okay. Go find the Canopy or something. There's people listen like, what the hell is he talking about?
That's a low blow. But it was perfect.
I have to tell the story. So
tell it.
Damian, our Lions Club had a festival, and Damian came to set up, him and his wife Alicia. And they're setting up, and Alicia just looked like, I don't even, how do you explain it? The look on her face was one of total disgust. Really bad. It looked like the devil was there. I mean, the horns were coming out. I'm like, what's wrong? I'm not talking to him. What do you mean you're not? What? He lost the canopy top, for the canopy to sit over the table. I'm like, what do you mean he lost it? It's not here. So luckily I had another one in the in our clubhouse, and I was able to pull it out. He used that. And sure enough, where was it, Damian?
It was in my basement, right next to the damn canopy itself, the frame. When I went back, when we came home that day, I'm like, holy crap. It was sitting right there. I picked up the canopy in its bag. The canopy itself was right underneath. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it.
That's why I always keep mine attached to the frame. But you got to admit, when you got home, how long did it take before Alicia started talking to you again? Probably right away, right?
It was right away, but, she had that look like, I freaking told you. You are a dumb ass. That was pretty much it. And then I think that's all she wanted to get out, was that I'm a dumbass. And that was her revenge.
Alicia, we still love you, though.
We do. We do.
You know what, you watch. Never mind. I better not. Yeah. She's going to forget something. She's going to do something wrong. You know what? Never mind, Damian. If she does, don't let her know. Don't let her know, because they'll just come back and bite you in the ass. Trust me on that one. Never mind. I did not tell you that. All right. So the second book, what's the second book about, and what's the title of it?
Yeah, so I'm super excited for this, because I didn't think about doing anything, writing another book, and I was like, how am I going to write another book? I'm not going to put myself and do a sequel. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that, because that would be horrible. How would I even go about this? So I'm like, in my speaking engagements and doing this mentorship and things like that, I'm like, how about I incorporate my parts of my story in with a self-help book, basically going down the things that either helped me get, in recovery, or that is continuing to help me, how I took that journey or took that step from addiction to recovery, and talking about certain things that we go through in our recovery. Right. And then at the end of each chapter, my goal is to have an exercise for the reader to keep them more engaged, and it's a personalized workbook where you read the chapter, you get to it, and there's a bunch of things that they can write out their feelings. It has certain questions, and jot down 5 things that help you. Blah blah blah. Right?
Smart.
So I want to keep them engaged, but I want them to also read, because it does have some information that I feel there's definitely 2 chapters that I feel are very important in the book, and one of them is the pink cloud syndrome. I feel like that is not talked about enough.
Pink cloud syndrome?
Yeah, and it's basically. It's talked about a lot through AA and things like that, but it can be used for no matter what you are addicted to. Basically, what it is it's most commonly happens within the first 2 weeks of recovery, but it can happen at any time, and I've had it happen to me throughout my recovery too. But it's really heavy in the first 2 weeks, and basically what it is it's an overwhelmingly euphoric feeling that you get, that it's telling you, your addiction is telling you, you've beat this. Let your guard down. Go on about your business, because right now is the best time, or the best feeling you're ever going to have in recovery. And, it gets you start to thinking like, hey, I got this. I don't need to continue whether it be meetings or counseling or therapy, or if you're on the cusp of going to rehab, I don't need to go to rehab, and things like that. It's a false, it's a false feeling, that you have. And I go into detail about it. But basically it's that time where you're like, I got this and nothing else. I don't need to do anything else. I've beat it. And that is far from the truth, but you can have that feeling, and it is good to have that feeling because it is it's a very positive and encouraging feeling that you have, but don't let it fool you and don't let your guard down.
Huh. So, well, if you're all right, since this is going to be a workbook as well, you can't do it in audible form, right?
Right. Yeah. Possibly the chapters itself you can do in an audio form, but you won't get the same feeling as the physical book in your hand.
Now, is this finished yet? Or are you still working on it?
Yeah, I'm still working on it. It's about it's a little over halfway done.
Okay.
So I'm just once I get it complete, then I'll go through the editing phase and make some minor tweaks and things, and then I'll send it off to the publisher.
I was going to say, did the publisher give you a deadline?
They did not. No. I've reached out and I was like, hey, I'm going to do this. And he's like, awesome. When do you want to do it? I'm like, well, I'm working on it now. I want to have it done by April of 2026. And he was like, let's do it. So that is my goal. But if I don't meet that April 2026 deadline, it's not going to hurt me. I can do it whenever. But that is my personal goal.
Which I know you'll make it by then.
Yeah.
Now, you're listening to Conversations with Rich Bennett. We'll be right back. Hey, are you looking for a place where voices from all over the world come together? Well, look no further than the Chesapeake Podcast Network. We've got podcasts in every genre, from comedy to health, interviews to news. There's something for everyone. And for all you podcasters out there, it's free to join. Plus, we're more than just a network. We host monthly virtual networking meetings where you can connect, collaborate, and grow with fellow creators. So sign up today at ChesapeakePodcastNetwork.com and get ready to join a global community. Breaking the Silence was self-published, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it the same?
It was self-published through a publishing company called Palmetto Publishing down in Carolina.
Is that who you're using for the second book as well?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So then what's the third book going to be about?
I didn't even have plans for the second one. Now you're asking for a third.
Actually, with the first book, Breaking the Silence, did you do that in audio form?
I did, and I'm still working with the publishing company because they were supposed to have it as an audio book as well. With that was included in everything. So I'm still working with them to try and get that taken care of. But
and you're doing the audio yourself, right?
I want to do the audio myself. They want to try to use somebody else. So if they go that route, I can't let somebody else read my book.
No,
it just wouldn't be. The feel wouldn't be there. So if I have to, I'll go. I'll go somewhere else and do it because it's mine. I can do that. I'm not restricted by them.
Well, I'm sure they probably, and if you get somebody else, that means you're going to have to pay that person to do it as well, right?
Absolutely. So,
and Breaking the Silence is basically a memoir, so it only makes sense for you to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that would definitely get more people to purchase it, listen to, however Audible works.
Right.
Well, no, people purchase it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they would purchase it.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right. So the second book's coming out in April because I'm gonna make you stick to that deadline, which means you're gonna have to get on more podcasts to even push that.
Right.
But have you? And I may have asked you this before. I think I may have asked you when we were at the Memory Walk. Have you thought about starting your own podcast?
I have.
Okay.
And that is still wanting. I'm still wanting that to happen.
Right.
What I want to do.
Take your time. Don't rush it, man.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I don't want to rush it and make some terrible product. In fact, I may be hitting you up because, helping me along with that.
Hey, I mentor other podcasters. I told you before, brother, whatever you need, you let me know.
Absolutely.
Because you have no problem doing this.
Yeah.
And just talking to people, like when you spoke at the Rage Walk, the Rage Against Addiction Memory Walk, you made an impact on people. I don't know if you knew that or not, but you made an impact. And all these other podcasts you're getting on, you're making an impact. Yeah, and it's just, those of you listening, make sure and I'll have the link to the other episode that him and Alicia were on, but you got to go back and listen to it because, man, your story's powerful. And actually, because you still have the group at the church, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How's that going?
That's going really good. We'll have, members coming in and out and, and it's not like a mandatory thing. You have to come every week.
Right.
It's come when you feel that you need to. And, sometimes we'll have 12, members come in. And when I say members, I don't mean members of the church. I just mean members of, recovery community.
Right.
And the mental health community as well, because we do both mental health and addiction. And, and then sometimes it'll just be 2 or 3 of us. And then the next week it'll be 15. It's so good. I love what we're doing with this group and, being able to as well do it via Zoom. So people that aren't in our community here can jump on. And it's so awesome. And the church is so, they're so with us with this and, supportive. I couldn't ask for a better place to be able to hold that.
And the whole idea of you doing it Zoom, you're reaching people not just in other towns, but other states, other countries.
Yeah.
Which makes a big difference. Now, I'm going to yell at you, though.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this?
I am.
You're sure? Because I'm going to chew your ass out.
Let me get a drink of water.
Uh-huh. There's something you're missing, and I may have told you this when you were on before. When the hell are you getting a website?
Oh, yes. Yes. I definitely need one because, we have the Facebook and Instagram groups and we now have a TikTok channel and, we got everything except a website. And so
you only need one page.
Right.
That's all you really need.
Right. So I am going to eventually get into that. I just got to find out the logistics of it and, what it's going to cost. Is it going to cost? Do I need somebody to maintain it and things like that? Or can I do it myself? And
all right. You and I we'll meet for coffee and sit down and talk.
I would love that.
It's easy, man. Look, if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I mean, because it's definitely going to help with book sales.
Right.
But all you need is really a landing page, sort of like your Linktree landing page. But your website just needs to be a landing page because and people can click on from there your TikTok, your YouTube once you start that, if you haven't done that yet, the links to purchase your books. But you also want them to be able to purchase the books directly from your website because if they want an autographed copy.
Ah, yes. I never thought about that.
Yeah,
okay.
See that?
All right.
I'm hooking you up here, Damian.
I like it. I like it.
All right. So what's the next big thing before all the homework I gave you? What's the next big thing for Damian Bloss?
So the next big thing is, I've realized with this, doing the books and speaking and things like that, it's just like, especially with the books, I tend to not plan. I want to do whatever I can, honestly.
Right.
So, I would love to partner with someone to do some charity work and things because I've done that before. I want to partner with, and do some things like that, some outreach and just some local charities for the community and things like that. So, I definitely wanted to get into that space a little bit as well. I'm busy, writing the book, but I'm not busy enough to where I can't do any of that.
Now, when you say community outreach, you talking about on the recovery part or mental health part or both?
Both. I'm, down to do either one or both at the same time. Just being able to give back. I really want, and doing the podcast and everything and doing everything that I do, of course, that is awesome. But I definitely, I want to get out there more. I want to do more for everyone and, just helping that one person.
I may have something for you. When we're finished, I'll run an idea by you.
Sure.
That I think you might like. I think it would definitely help you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So before I get to my last question, which I have no idea what the hell it's going to be, is there anything you want to add?
I do. So I forgot to actually mention the name of the book because I actually have it.
Damn. We'll blame that on Alicia.
Yeah, we can do that because she can't defend herself right now.
Right, exactly. I can always edit that part out. But I won't.
Right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. So it's gonna be called Recovering Out Loud. So it's basically, following the footsteps of breaking the silence and recovering out loud. It's kind of like the same but different. But I like it because it's short and it's exactly what I'm doing is recovering out loud for those struggling in silence.
I like that. And matter of fact, I even have a name for the third book for you.
Let me hear it.
How I Broke the Silence.
Yeah, I love it. But you're not getting...
It's in the future.
Right.
Because you're still breaking the silence.
Right. And now, because if I use that, I'm going to have to pay you, which is fine, I guess.
No, man. Look, I just say it was recommended from him.
Right.
But it doesn't matter because you know who's going to take all the credit, right?
Oh, yeah. She definitely is. She's upstairs probably taking credit right now.
So, for those of you listening, yes, we're talking about Alicia again. She'll take all the credit.
Exactly.
All right, so I started something new.
All right.
And somehow or another, I want to say probably 90% of the people, the number they have picked, the question has aligned with what we've been talking about. So pick a number between 1 and 100. And as I'm looking for the question, tell me why you picked that number.
I am going to say 8.
Oh, damn, I went all the way to 100. Why number 8?
Well, so number 8 is actually special to me. Not only is it, Cal Ripken's number,
right?
But it was also my number when I played baseball. And I played shortstop. I also pitched and played third base, but my main was shortstop. And, Cal Ripken also was my idol growing up, and I wanted to be like him, playing shortstop and things. And that is why I picked the number 8. It's always been special to me.
Well, now that you mentioned that skill with baseball and everything, and now you're an authorpreneur and speaker, motivate with everything else, I think this question goes in well with it. So, take your time to think about this one.
Okay.
If you could instantly acquire one new skill or talent, what would it be and how would you use it?
Oh, a new skill or
I'm really
talent.
loving these questions, man.
Oh, man, that is a good one. I'm going to say that, I kind of wish I could sing.
Oh, damn.
I kind of wish I could sing because I love music.
Right.
I cannot sing. And, some of those songs though, they'll hit you and they make you want to sing. And I'm like, I back off. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. I can't do it. I'll just pretend and I'll sing in my head, but I would love to be able to actually sing.
Well, you could always take singing lessons.
I could, but I feel like, I don't know.
Look, all right, I'm going to say it this way. There are some singers out there that should not be singing, and they sell a ton of records.
Yeah.
So what the hell? Why not try it? Try it by yourself first in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
That's where a lot of people like to sing, or in the car. And then try it in front of Alicia. And then if she tells you to shut the hell up, then... Now, you know what? You got to try it. I mean, I did it when I was younger. I could not hold a note. I sucked. Matter of fact, they kicked me out of the band. I was that bad. But, I still end up, I'll be in the car and I'm just singing away, depending on what I'm listening to. It scares the birds away when I do it. So, I think you should try. And here's the thing, too. Because if you start singing, well, even if you don't sing, you like music, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're an author. So you might see where I'm going here.
I think I do.
Why not? You've written the first book. You're working on a second book. Have you ever wrote poetry or anything like that?
I've dabbled.
So why not think about writing songs? Just the lyrics. And then you could always find a local musician, which I know several, that could put the lyrics and then put music behind it. And you have most of your artists don't write their own songs.
True. They have songwriters. Yep.
And some of the artists do write songs, but they don't record their own songs.
Right.
I mean, if Bob Dylan can sing, let me rephrase that. If Bob Dylan sings his own music, then, and other people's music, you can do it. And who's that guy? Go ahead.
I was going to say, I like that idea. Writing the songs. I think I could do that. I definitely think I could do that instead of the singing part. And still, I'd be in the music, I'll be in the music. Yeah.
I did it for a long time. I still have all the songs I've written. So I think my daughter might have them now. But I think I definitely loved writing more than I did singing. Yeah.
And I love to write too.
But just the lyrics. I could not write. I had the music in my head, but I could not write it down.
I gotcha.
So yeah, matter of fact, I even had, God, now I'm going back a long time ago, but there was a local band and I showed them some of my music, which was a big mistake because they actually stole one of them.
Oh.
Yeah. But that's all right. They didn't make a hit with it.
So. Oh, that's good then. Good.
All right. So those of you listening, get Breaking the Silence. After you read it, make sure you leave a full review, whether it be on Goodreads, Amazon, Barnes, wherever you can leave reviews. Purchase copies for your friends. Those of you that own a business, purchase several copies and donate them to either a recovery home, the Harford County Detention Center, or actually any prison system by you.
Yeah.
And trust me, you're going to help more people out. And then once the new book comes out, I'll have the link for that in the show notes, and hopefully a link for Damian's website as well. If not, it'll just be the link for his link tree.
Yeah.
But Damian, I want to thank you so much, brother. It's always great seeing you and talking to you. And actually, I got to mention something to you after we're done here too. And tell Alicia I said hi, and I'm still mad because she hasn't come on yet.
I will definitely do that. I will definitely. Thanks again, brother. Thanks again for having me on, man. It's such a pleasure to always see you and talk with you. So thank you again.
The door's always open.
Absolutely.
For you.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you for listening to Conversations with Rich Bennett. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something from it as I did. If you'd like to hear more conversations like this, be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you have a moment, I'd love it if you could leave a review. It helps us reach more listeners and share more incredible stories. Don't forget to connect with us on social media or visit our website at conversationswithrichbennett.com for updates, giveaways, and more. Until next time, take care, be kind, and keep the conversations going. You know, it takes a lot to put a podcast together, and my sponsors help out a lot, but I also have some supporters that actually help me when it comes to the editing software, the hosting, and so forth. There's a lot that goes into putting this together. So I want to thank them. And if you can, please visit their websites, visit their businesses, support them however you can. So please visit the following. Full Circle Boards. Nobody does charcuterie like Full Circle Boards. Visit them at fullcircleboards.com. Sincerely Sawyer Photography. Live in the moment. They'll capture it. Visit them at sincerelysawyer.com. The Joppatown Lions Club, serving the community since 1965. Visit them at joppatownlionsclub.org. And don't forget the E at the end of Joppatown, because they're extraordinary.
The Harford County Health Department can help eligible pregnant women and children with low to average incomes get free health insurance through the Maryland Children's Health Program. Call 410-877-1040. That's 410-877-1040.